we're doing mini IELTS, guys, and we are simulating now. So using the techniques that we have been discussing, but this time we're simulating exam conditions. So hopefully 20 minutes we should finish that. Then I will answer mostly, but I'll ask help from the students if they want. So questions 1 to 6. This is like modified matching type 1 to 6. Okay, alternative practitioner, the description of the treatment. So no idea as to what the passage is all about. Then I like this one in the fifth paragraph. So it's a paragraph level question. So pain control. So that seems like a sentence. And then, woo, very clear. Okay. Yay. And then there's, of course, 5 items of true, false, not given. So we have already scanned. So we're not going to do that. It's going to be very hard. So let's go to the fifth paragraph. The writer uses the example of anger and sadness to illustrate that. The paragraph is here. At one level, it should come as no surprise that our state of mind can influence our physiology. Anger opens up the superficial blood levels of the face. Sadness pumps the tear glands. But exactly how placebos work their medical magic is still largely unknown. Most of the scant research done so far has focused on the control of pain because it's one of the commonest complaints and lends itself to experimental study. Here, attention is turned to endorphins, morphine-like neurochemicals known to help control pain. Is that the fifth paragraph? Okay. Anger opens the superficial blood levels of the face. Sadness pumps the tear glands. People's feelings could affect their physical behavior. Scientists don't understand how the mind influences the body. Research on the placebo effect is very limited. It could be this one, guys. How placebo achieves its effect is yet to be understood. Pwede rin yung D. Parang
Yeah.
mas D.
Dog. Like, yeah, largely unknown still.
So, scant research.
D, sir.
Parang D, no?
Dog.
Exactly how placebos work their medical magic is still largely
Unknown.
unknown. Okay, D. Okay. So parang we're getting an idea, guys. So far, what we just know is placebo. It looks like it is experiment. It is trying to question how the mind influences the body, something like that. Okay.
Isn't it isn't
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah,
a
yeah. Is there a question?
isn't it a since the question focuses on the on
Okay.
anger and sadness, and
Yeah,
it
I
says
was thinking about that initially,
and it says that anger opens superficial blood vessels of the face, and sadness pumps the tear gland. So I think it's A, but also C could also be the can also be the answer. So just thought.
Okay. The reason why I didn't answer C is because I do not really see any research there.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but it's not on the placebo effect. It's really on focus on the control of pain. No? So I crossed that out. No? Ito namang people's feelings could affect their physical behavior. Parang the way I understand it, hindi naman behavioral, no? Do you follow, guys? That's how I rationalize it. It
Tama, sir.
parang affects, there are manifestations that are not behavior related. Parang there are manifestations that are physiological, pero hindi naman behavior. That's how I could be wrong, no, Shai? Pero that's how I rationalize it. Okay, we'll know later, no? Okay, but I understand why you answered it that way. In fact, I was looking at A first. Yeah. And then research on pain control attracts most of the attention because, ayun, one of the commonest complaints and lends itself to experimental studies. Here, attention is turned to endorphins. Morphine-like neurochemicals are known to help control pain. Pain with reduced ages might be involved in the placebo effect. Hindi, kasi it's one of the, you know, one of the commonest complaints and lends itself to experiment. Ayun, oh. Ayun na yun. Oh, yun na, you know, the rest of these are just distractors. Yun yun. Ayun, oh, do you see that? Yun. Because, blah, 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 yun. Yun, okay? Kailang bad news, guys, we have already answered 2 items, pero nandun lang siya sa E. Yun, so, very limited ang ating understanding. Fabrizio Benedettis. Where are you, Fabrizio? Do you see any Fabrizio? There
Letter
you
D,
are.
sir.
Yun, Fabrizio, I have found you, Fabrizio. Buena mucho. Bravo. Bellissima. Spaghetti italiani. Pizza. Lasagna. But endorphins are still out in front. That case has been strengthened by the recent work of Fabrizio Benedetti of the University of Turin, who showed that the placebo effect can be abolished by a drug, naloxone, which blocks the effects of endorphins. Bakit tayo nila ng placebo? Ang ganda nga ng placebo eh. Benedetti induced pain in human volunteers by inflating a blood pressure cuff on the forearm. He did this several times a day for several days, using morphine each time to control the pain. On the final day, without saying anything, he replaced the morphine with a saline solution. This still, ayan na yung placebo, relieved the subject's pain, a placebo effect. But when he added naloxone to the saline, the pain relief disappeared. Ano ba yung naloxone? Ayan, the drug, naloxone. Here was direct proof that placebo analgesia is mediated, at least in part, by these natural opiates. Yon, see. Yon, see yon. See, guys. See, agree.
Yes, sir.
See. Wait, guys, you just tell me your answers and don't have time to look at the chat, eh. Okay. True, false, not given, or... Parang gusto ko ng true, false, not given, guys. Mahaba-habang basahan yun, eh. Oh. So, let's go down. There's enough information for scientists to fully understand the placebo effect. Ha! Parang false.
Yeah, it's already there. Letter E.
Yes, Eva. Wait, what have we read? Ayun. Endorphins. Then nandito si Bene. I'm sorry, I forgot to highlight. You should highlight right away, guys, so it will make it easier to find. Yan, G. Fabrizio Benedetti. Pizza, spaghetti, lasagna. Delicioso. Okay. There's enough information for scientists to fully understand the... Parang ano, guys, false to, ha?
Yeah.
Ayun, oh. That's the one. That's the one. That is false. A London-based researcher discovered that red pills should be taken off the market. Where are you, London? Still, no one knows how belief triggers endorphin release. Wow. And why most people can't achieve placebo pain relief simply by willing it. Though scientists don't know exactly how placebos work, they have accumulated a fair bit of knowledge about how to trigger the effect. A London rheumatologist found, for example, that red dummy capsules made more effective painkillers than blue. How fascinating. Green or yellow ones. Research on American students revealed that blue pills make better sedatives than pink. Mga kulay lang yan, dude. Nagpapaniwala naman kayo sa... color more subtle, suitable for stimulants. Even branding can make a difference. What? If aspirin or Tylenol is what you like to take for a headache, their chemically identical genetic equivalents may be less effective. Oh my God, man. Grabe ang placebo. Mga kaloko kayo, ha?
Not given, sir.
Should be not given.
Givens.
How fascinating. Oh my God. It's just a color, dudes. That's just a color, dudes. What's wrong with you? Even the brands, so can... How funny. Tapos, guys, sisilip lang ako sa taas. Baka may masagot pa ako dun eh.
Sometimes kasi sir, may affect yung colors. For example, yung mga cold colors, di ba?
Oo nga eh, no? Yeah, that's so true, no? Parang, yeah. That's so true. Wala, guys. Nothing's coming out. Let's just answer all of this. People's preference for brands would also have an effect on their feeling. Yeah. Then, naiinis ako, napaka-limited ng scope, guys. So, ilan pa lang yun. E, F, G, H. How many more do we need? I and J. Tapos A, B, C, D. Oh my God, man. Ay, nako. Medical doctors have a range of view of the newly introduced drug, chlorpromazine. Okay. Nasaan ka?
Tayo, sir, sa first.
Ayun. Oh. It matters too how the treatment is delivered. Decades ago, when a major tranquilizer, chlorpromazine, was being introduced, a doctor in Kansas categorized his colleagues according to whether they were keen on it, openly skeptical of its benefits, or took a let's try and see attitude. His conclusion: the more enthusiastic the doctor, the better the drug performed. And this year, Ernst surveyed published studies that compared doctors' bedside manners. The studies turned up one consistent finding. Physicians who adopt a warm, friendly, and reassuring manner are more effective than those whose consultations are formal and do not offer reassurance. What? Beautiful. How powerful the mind is to trick us, no? Medical doctors have a range of views and true, diba? You have a range. Oh. It's a range. Openly skeptical, diba? A range. Categorize his colleagues. Okay, colleagues. So doctors yun, diba? Oh, doctors yun. True. Diba? A range. Openly skeptical. Let's wait and see. They were keen on it. Oh, that's a range, diba? And then, alternative practitioners are seldom known for applying the placebo effects. Warm, friendly, and how interesting this is. No, kung mabait ang doktor mo, gagaling ka, dude. Yeah. Okay. Ayaw. Warm, friendly, and reassuring are precisely Cam's strong suit. What is Cam's? Of course. Many of the ingredients of that opening recipe, the physical contact, the generous watch of time, the strong hints of supernormal healing power, are just the kind of thing likely to impress patients. It's hardly surprising then that complementary practitioners are generally best at mobilizing the placebo effects, says Arthur Kleinman, professor of social anthropology at Harvard University. So complementary, not given. Diba?
Yung complementary
Alternative.
practitioner, sir, yung alternative practitioner yun.
Oh, alternative practitioners not given. Nasa baba na tayo, guys, kasi hindi naman pwede umakyat yun, di ba?
Hindi yung complementary, hindi yung alternative practitioner, sir. Parehas lang sila.
Are they the same?
I think so, sir.
I see. Okay. So false. False. Okay. So let's look for the complementary practitioners.
Conventional doctor. Well,
conventional.
who is aware of placebo?
Let's find this term, guys. Yung kasi nasa taas yung guys, somewhere on the top na. So iwan muna natin yung
Meron talagang alternative Kasi appointments with an alternative practitioner.
Where is it?
Ay, hindi sir, dito sa number 1, an appointments with an alternative practitioner. First question.
Dito na tayo, guys. Akit na tayo. Damn, that's a lot, oh. Want to devise a new form of alternative medicine? No problem. Here's the recipe. Be warm, sympathetic, reassuring, and enthusiastic. Your treatment should involve physical contact. What? Damn. Please don't violate the physical space, no? And each session with your parent should last at least half an hour. What? Encourage your patients to take active part in their treatment and understand how the disorders relate to the rest of their lives. Tell them that their own bodies possess the true power to heal. Woo! Make them pay you out of their own pockets. Describe your treatment in familiar words, but embroidered with a hint of mysticism. Energy fields, energy flows, energy blocks, meridians, forces, auras, rhythms, and the like. Do you believe in this, guys? This could be real. No, it's the mind kasi eh. Refer to the knowledge of an earlier age. Wisdom carefully swept aside by the rise of blind mechanistic science. Oh, come off it, you're saying. Something invented off the top of your head couldn't possibly work, could it? Lumabas itong alternative practitioner so many times, guys, no? Ngayon, alternative na naman yun, no? Tsaka improvement of patients. Damn, man, we read A, wala tayong na-extract doon. Nasa B, C, and D, guys. I hate it. Well, yes, it could, and often well enough to earn you a living. A good living if you are sufficiently convincing, or better still, really believe in your therapy. Many illnesses get better on their own. So if you're lucky and administer treatment at just the right time, you will get the credit. But that's only part of it. Some of the improvement really could be down to you. Your healing power would be the outcome of a paradoxical force that conventional medicine recognizes but remains oddly ambivalent about the placebo effect. So, wala pa tayong alternative, no? Appointments. Placebos are treatments that have no direct effect on the body, yet still work because the patient has faith in their power to heal. Most often, the term refers to a dummy pill that it applies as much to any device or procedure from sticking plaster to a plaster, lagyan mo ng plaster, to a crystal, to an operation. The existence of the placebo effect implies that even quackery may confer real benefits. Whoa, which is why any mention of placebo is a touchy subject for many practitioners of complementary and alternative medicine, who are likely to regard it as a tantamount to a change of charlatanism. In fact, the placebo effect is a powerful part of all medical care, orthodox or otherwise, though its role is often neglected or misunderstood. Wala pa, guys.
So yung alternative, di ba parang ano sa first, na-mention siya?
Alternative practice.
So yung number 1, parang letter D.
Nasa D na ba yun?
Yung sagot po sa number 1.
Okay, this is the last one. This is the only one we haven't read. One of the great strengths of CAM, what is CAM?
Complementary practitioner.
Complementary alternative medicine. One of the great benefits of CAM may be its practitioner skills in developing the placebo effects to accomplish real healing. Complementary practices are miles better at producing non-specific effects and good therapeutic relationships. The question is whether CAM could be integrated into conventional medicine, as some would like, without losing much of its power. Appointments with an alternative should not involve any mysticism or to last a minimum length of time. Needs to be treated at the right time. Should give more recognition. Appointments lang to, guys. Nandito yung appointments.
Number 1, D. Parang D. Should at least
have a minimum length of at least half an hour, no? Yan yung minimum length of time. Tapos itong should not evolve in meron may parang with a hint kasi, no? O yun, hindi yan. Can earn valuable money. Hindi naman, make them pay you out of their own pockets. Ibig sabihin, that is voluntary. Do not rely. Yun, that is the, I would assume. An alternative practices description of the treatment. Ayun. Should easily be understood. Yun, nandito lang pala sa AO. Ayan o, describe your treatment in familiar words. Yun. Ayun yung A. Hindi naman siya B. Malitong C. Hindi naman. Should give more recognition. Hindi. Hindi. Do not rely on any specific treatment. No. An alternative practitioner has faith in what he does. Ayun yun. Belief. Ayun o.
Therapy.
A good living if you are sufficiently convincing, or better still, really believe in your therapy. Many illnesses get better. So if you're lucky and administer the treatment at just the right time, you will get the credit. Should improve by itself. Can earn more valuable money, guys. Who has faith in what he does. Ayun o, it could and often well enough to earn you a living. Oh, yun. You have faith in what you do. Yun. So, can earn valuable money. Then, tatlo na lang. The illness of patients convinced of alternative practice. The patient has faith in their power to heal. Yun, guys. No? The illness of patients convinced of an alternative practice need to be treated at the right time ba yun, guys? Eh, nandito kasi oh. Ayun, many illnesses get better on their own. So if you're lucky and administer your treatment at the right time, you will get immune. The illness of patients convinced of alternative practice needs to be treated at the right time, yun, guys. Should improve by itself. Whether it should improve by itself, guys, or should needs to be treated at the right time. Should improve by itself.
H.
Do not rely on any specific treatment. Meron bang binabanggit?
Many illnesses get better on their own.
Yun. O yun
So
na.
that's relying.
Yun na yun. Should improve by itself, guys. Yun na yun. Should improve by itself. Many illnesses get better on their own. Should improve by itself yun. Diba? O yun. I think this is the better answer, guys. Get better on their own kasi, ano. Parang distractor yung age, no? And then improvements of patients receiving alternative practice. Some of the improvements would really be down to you. Your healing power would be the outcome of a paradoxical force that conventional medicine recognizes, but remains oddly ambivalent about. So,
That's
this one na yun, H na yun, yun na yun. Joanna.
oo nga, sir.
H na yun. Should give more, hindi. Panggulo yung E. H yun. Yun. Conventional medical doctors who are, may drama nyo, who are aware of placebo, conventional medical doctors should easily be understood. Hindi. Should not involve anything else, needs to be treated and should be given more recognition, guys. Yun na yun, guys. F na yun. There's no other answer. F. Yun, 25 minutes na. There's no choice, guys, but to submit. Yun. So, guys, naiinis ako kasi parang itong ano, ito, no? Yan. That one. in this case, maybe in hindsight, sana inuna natin to, no? Eh, kaya lang naturally because our technique is to go with this one first, no? Yun. Okay naman yung ganito rin technique natin. Okay din naman yan. Pababa, yun. This is like in the middle of the passage. From passage, tong letter D na to eh. D all the way down. Tapos yung A, B, C. And then, E yun. E all the way down. From letter E all the way down. Ayun o, yung E. Diba? Yun yung fifth paragraph. Oh, yun yung E. So, from E all the way down na tayo nun. Tapos, itong first part, A, B, C, D. Okay lang din yun, guys. We could have done it any other. Pero babalikan ko to, no? So, alternative practitioners are seldom known for applying the class. Parang false nga, guys, no? Ayun na, they are best at mobilizing the placebo effect. Yun. False nga yun. Guys, maybe you should, maybe we could do that in your profession. Or 8.5. Oh. Is this recording? We are recording. We made one mistake. What was that? Number 7. Oh my God. Shai was correct. Why is it A? How placebo achieved its effect is yet to be understood. But wait. So guys, so I think I understand what Shai was saying. So these are the key phrases, no? Anger and sadness. Ayun, nandun nga siya. Yun, nandun lang kasi siya. Yan, that's it. And then we were just overgeneralizing towards the end. Yun. Pero ito yung ano, I did not see this, guys. Yun nga yun. It's just all about anger and sadness. Yeah, it's not all about the placebo effect and everything. Do you understand, guys? Do you follow? Do you understand?
Yes po.
And that's why we got it wrong, but we could have perfected it. We could have perfected it. I hate it. I should have listened. Okay. So please take a screenshot, guys, and then we will stop recording. Screenshot done. Screenshot done. Guys, you took a screenshot already? Wait, we'll stop the recording.